Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to my podcast. It's your boy, back again. This podcast is going to be a banger of a podcast, so just tune in and listen in. As you know, maybe you don't, but the topic of today's podcast is death, and theories about death. Death is probably life's biggest mystery. What happens when you die? I think about it a lot because it's a very interesting topic and no one knows the answer to it. People say they've died and came back to life. No, you did not die if you came back to life. If you say you came back to life after death, you did not really die. I'm sorry to break the ice, but that's just bullshit. So let's get right into it. For the first theory we have today is the heaven and hell theory. This theory is kind of self-explanatory. Heaven and hell. Basically, if you were good, you go to heaven. If you were not so good, you go to hell. It's a pretty basic theory. I guess it's called the religious theory. I don't know. But that is a boring theory. It's a generic theory. Let's just call it that. It's a generic theory. But we're going to go deeper and deeper than that. So just tune in. For the next theory we have is the classic reincarnation theory. The reincarnation theory is basically, once you die, you, wake up as someone else or something else. Could be a bird, could be a person, could be anything that is living. This theory used to fascinate me quite a bit. Cause I used to think that once you die, you get to choose an animal to be. And I was like, yeah, I want to be an eagle or I want to be a shark. So that theory was, I guess, one of my first theories about death. But it's kind of a boring theory at this point. No, nothing really special to it anymore. This theory doesn't really make sense because at one point there's, so little humans, 10 humans. How can they all be reincarnated as soon as they die? Doesn't really make any sense, just based off logic. But this theory was cool. It would be cool if it was real. It would be very cool. Because what if one day, I was George Washington, a reincarnated George Washington? That'd be pretty cool. But I'm just Corbin Stello, the person who is better than George Washington. So that about does it for the reincarnation theory. The next theory we have is the restart theory. This theory is kind of simple, I guess. Well, it's kind of a few theories mixed in one. Or a few sub-theories, if that makes sense. But this one is basically, as soon as you die, you restart your life back again. Just simple like that. But if you want to go deeper than that, let's just say, once you restart your life, you make the same decisions, same thoughts. You have the same exact life as you had before. Or this could extend to the opposite. You have different thoughts and make different decisions and have a totally different life. And that the cycle continues, so you never have the same, you're the same person, but you never had the same exact life as you did before. So that's a theory that I kind of came up with kind of on the spot. Yeah, hope you guys like that theory, because is that likely? Probably not, because based off logic, no, these theories make zero sense, basically. All these theories, if you really think about it, don't really make any sense at all. So that about does it for the restart theory. The next theory we have for this podcast is the forever theory. I kind of just thought of this one on the spot, kind of. I don't know. But the forever theory is basically The longer you live your life, the longer life feels. But Corbin, isn't that like normal? I did not mean it like that. I mean it like, let's use an example. Like a second right now will probably feel like a minute 30 years from now for me. If that makes more sense. Like, time will feel longer when you are closer to death than it is shorter. So it feels like your life will go on forever. Because a second will feel like forever as soon as you're about to die. It just happens like that, if that even makes sense. This theory is probably bullshit like usual, but, it makes you think, does it? It makes you think. And we're going on to the deeper theories, the deepest of the deep theories. We're going to call this the different dimension theory. This one is kind of wild if you think about it. I don't know what to call it, so we're going to call it different dimension theory. Basically, is as soon as you die, you wake up again. You wake up again. That makes sense. But you wake up and the world is different. Totally different. History has been rewritten and is a totally different world. Like maybe in your next life you will be living on Mars and society has developed way quicker than it has in your original life, so you live in a whole different society. Or society in your next life, society hasn't developed as much as it did, and you're still in the caveman times. You're still the same person, but the world is totally different around you. And I should get like a video podcast. That makes sense. Because you should see like my hand movements trying to explain this theory. So, yeah, you are basically the same person, but society is changed and history has changed where it's unrecognizable. Like, you could still be living like savages and clubbing each other, or you could be super developed and speak in clocks. I don't know, speak in eye movement. I don't know. Like, this one's kind of deep, but it's bullshit like everything else. Like, maybe you're a different species. You're still a human, but you're like a blob. Like, you look different, so you could be 20 feet tall. Maybe you're like 7 feet wide. You don't know. It's a different dimension. Everything is different. Which makes this theory very deep. I don't know. I want to go into explain this that deep because I'll be bad at it. But I kind of gave you the basics of it. So yeah. So then after that, we're going to move on to the super theory. This is probably my favorite theory because it's just so crazy and stuff. But the super theory is a super theory. As soon as you die, you wake up as someone else. Oh, that's just reincarnation. But that person already exists. If that makes sense. Like, nothing makes sense, probably. That person already exists. So, you keep on living. Then after each life cycle, you wake up as someone new. And it continues on forever. But you make the same decisions, think the same thoughts, and you live the same exact life as everyone that will ever live on this planet. One day, you will be Christopher Columbus. One day, you will be Michael Jordan. One day, you will be the greatest of all time, Corbin Snow. Just think about that. This will go on forever. Maybe it doesn't just include humans. Maybe it includes every animal that ever lived. Every plant that ever lived. Just think about it. They'll go on forever and forever and forever. So, just in case anything happens after death, this will cover it for eternity. But let's go off of that. Imagine, let's go back to being a plant or being a living thing. Imagine being a tree. How boring would your life be? Imagine being a blade of grass. Is grass? I think grass is lovely. Imagine being a blade of grass. That must be the suckiest thing to be. Half the time you're getting cut and your head's getting cut off, but you're still living. Do grass ever die? Yeah, I think they do. Or just imagine being a tree in the middle of a forest and no human or animal never goes near you. That must be a pretty boring ass life. But going back to the super theory, you basically live as everyone and everything. So you get to experience the same exact thoughts, the same life as everyone. You just get to experience everything. That is pretty dope to me. Moving on to probably the most realistic theory there is, if we're being honest. That is nothing. The nothing theory. This theory says it in the name. As you die, nothing happens. Life goes away. Everything goes away. It's just total blankness. Not darkness, blankness. You can't see anything, smell, you can't sense anything. You can't think anything. You can't do anything. Your mind is blank. Your thoughts are blank. Everything is blank. And nothing happens. And you can't really feel it because you're dead. So that basically is the nothing theory. Nothing happens. Probably the most realistic theory if we're being honest. Here's the part where I just start rambling about random stuff about death. Let's just start off with South Park. South Park consists of death. Maybe death happens just like how South Park happens when Kenny dies. He just wakes up, no one remembers that he died, and he lives a whole new life like that. What if life is just like that? As soon as you die, no one really remembers that you died. But does Kenny? I think Kenny remembers. I don't know. But what if I died before? What if I died before and no one knows? I'm just speaking on my ass at this point. What if I died, but no one knows? Not even me. And I'm just living like Kenny off South Park. The other thing from South Park is that Cartman says, as soon as you die, you shit your pants. Or as soon as the exact moment before you die is you shit your pants. What if that is true? What if the moment before I die, I just shit my pants? That would be so embarrassing. Like, that's how a legend goes out? Come on now, that better not happen. I'm better than that. We're going to talk about this random thing that I sometimes think about it. Hear me out. What if I'm the only person that exists? Boom. What if I'm that guy? What if no other person exists? No one else exists until you come in my life. If I see you and interact with you, you are living. But as soon as you go, I guess, not for a better word, off stage, ignore that, but whatever, that's the word I can think. But as soon as you get out of my life, I can't see you, I can't interact with you, you don't exist. I think about that quite a lot. Like right now, when I'm recording this podcast, I'm the only person that exists right now. But as soon as I interact with someone else, they exist too. But as soon as I go away from them, they disappear. They cease to exist. What if that is true? Because you can't prove me wrong on that, I guess. I don't know. Call me crazy or whatever, but this is an interesting podcast, is it? I hope it is. I did this on the last podcast. That about does it for, I guess, the death talk. Let's just name it that, death talk. For today's podcast. So we're just going to talk about some stuff going on from my life. From my life? I cannot speak. Sorry, guys. But going on in my life. As the time you are listening to us, and the time I'm recording right now, I am no longer a minor. I am a certified adult. Yay! Yeah! Yeah! Party! Let's do that! But how do I feel? I feel normal. Like, does it affect me really much? Not really. What can I do? I can vote, but I can't really vote for like 2 years. So I can do that. I could buy cigarettes. I don't smoke. I could buy, I guess, lottery tickets. Yay, I guess. Maybe that's how I get rich and buy a yacht. I don't know. What else can I do? I could go in the Mayfair Mall without consequence anymore. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be fun. But 18, I'm not a kid anymore. I miss being a kid. Being a kid was awesome. The freaking elementary school days with the squad, can't beat those days. But now I'm 18. Now the legend begins. The legend of Corbin still begins, I guess. I don't know. But, yep, my journey starts here, I guess. YOLO. But moving on. We're just going to talk about this weekend. This weekend is pretty fun. I've hanged out with the boys. Went to a lake. Did some random shit and funny shit there. Shout out to the boys. My Instagram got deleted for like 3 days. Like, what the hell, Instagram? Come on now. You can't deactivate a goat like that. I sent in a request to get it back, and fortunately, I got it back. So, I'm not going to shout out them. Shout out to me for getting my Instagram back. So, yeah, that happened. What else can I talk about? I officially found my favorite genre of music. Is it rap? No. Is it country? No. Is it rock? No. Is it K-pop? Maybe. Just kidding. But my favorite genre of music is WWE theme songs. You really can't beat it. Hulk Hogan theme song, untouchable. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. You can't touch that. Shawn Michaels theme song, classic. I got now my Hulk Hogan's theme song's so good it's stuck in my head. I can't think of Shawn Michaels' theme song. You think I'm cute? Wait, no. I think I'm cute. You know I'm sexy. I messed up the words, bro. Because this Hulk Hogan theme song is so good, I can't think of it correctly. But you know that goes crazy. What else song goes crazy? I think there's this new guy called. He's like Asian. I think he's Japanese. His name's like Shinsuke Nakamura. Plays this violin theme song. Oh my god, that's crazy. Should I start like da? No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna embarrass myself like that. What else? That about does it, I guess. What can I say? Let's give a random shout out. Shout out to who should I shout out today? Random shout out of the day. We're gonna give to Josh Joman. Why? Because he is watching The Weekend at Bernie's. So shout out you, Josh Joman.